All right. Jeskai, aggro, tempo, mid-range, whatever you want to call it. We're base blue-red with a small white splash for Spell Queller, Teferi, Dovin, Veto. Some utility sideboard cards. I think Deck and Stone's very good in a variety of matchups in this format for killing bigger creatures that normal blue-red decks tend to struggle with. Got a cheeky Archangel Avacyn here because I like flash creatures. We got Glorybringer here at our top end. We've got some Censors and some Ops, which feel dig through time nicely. Let's go ahead and dive on into some matches, see how it goes. This is kind of my attempt at porting Jeskai tempo that we've played in Modern a whole bunch to the Pioneer format. Interested to see how it feels. We need a 7th basic swamp. Math checks out. I think this deck is missing a 4th timeout. Got you. Glad you could offer yourself in service. Easy mulligan. That was a fine keep, right? Do I bottom the 4th land or do I bottom the dig? I think I just bottom the dig here. This deck definitely wants to get to 5 lands consistently. And we don't really have anything close to fueling the dig. Like these adventure creatures aren't hitting the graveyard for a while. Oh, wear tear is legal in this format, isn't it? Yeah, the disenchant should be a wear tear. It's a good suggestion. I'm just gonna go ahead and play Bonecrusher here. This might let them get a hit in with Heart, but I think that's fine. Thanks for shipping the Prime this way again, Nivik. I appreciate it. It's definitely not Nivik's sister. Genuinely don't know this. Is it fine for next turn 0/4 drops you're planning to curve to 5? Yeah, definitely. Definitely think that's more than fine. That's actually a phenomenal draw. So I get to attack Oko, they crew Heart, we Abrade Heart, we Wild / Oko. Also, like, this turn's a good example of, like, why you don't need 4s in your deck. Like, here, I spent all my mana on turn 4, basically, right? Like, I spent 3 mana and played a tapped land. Like, that fills out my turn. They do still have 4 cards in their hand, and our hand's a little bit weak at the moment. So... there's a chance they have Stubborn Denials in their main deck. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just Borrower this now. So I don't accidentally lose my creature to a stub. Yep. Remember before Historic Release, we talked about vampires being viable, but I haven't seen it play much as an archetype you would accept. Yeah, definitely, Sky. It's just not something people have submitted. Definitely think that. Updating standard vamps a little bit is probably very reasonable. Start by checking out some of my options here. I would love a banger. Yeah, we can just race this Questing Beast for sure. Just gonna go ahead and play this out. Yep, yeah, I agree, Navier. She bangs, just a little bit. She moves. There is a hotkey. I don't remember what the default is, so all my hotkeys are rebound. That you can hold the hotkey and it automatically taps the land for the first color that it makes. So it doesn't auto tap for the right color, but it taps for the first one. So when you hold that hotkey and click Steam Vents or Spirebluff Canal, it adds blue mana. Yeah, I like the core of what this deck is doing too, Mr. Mint. This is one of the ones I was looking forward to have come up. Scavenging Ooze is real good here. Would love to draw another Brazen Borrower. Never forget, this stream was pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience. Have I mentioned that this card is great? Have I mentioned that this card is great? Best bounce spell ever printed. Listen, as someone who's registered a lot of probably unplayable 3/1 flying cards with flash, Brazen Borrower is great. Let's not forget the whole Magic community saying the card was unplayable. I would like the record to reflect that I was on the Brazen Borrower. Was good train. I'm pretty sure I had that in my Eldraine preview article. Brazen Borrower. I wouldn't be surprised if this card did not... I would be surprised if this card did not see constructed play. A 3/1 flying flash for 3 is sometimes constructed playable on your own. If we staple a blink of an eye onto the front of it, the utility here feels high. Receipts are great. I'm good at my job. I understand how this game works. Hashtag listen to me, buy my stuff. Alright. Declaration in Stone sounds good. Abrade's good because they're playing, what's it called? The thing. Sorcerous Spyglass is reasonable for Oko. D-Sphere seems fine. Teferi seems bad against a Questing Beast deck. Spell Queller counters a lot of their stuff. Am I in for keeping Spell Queller even if I'm cutting Teferi? I might be. Censor kind of sucks on the draw. I guess Censor's not even that bad though, right? Because like a lot of their good stuff is 3-mana cards. What if I board in Magma Spray as extra ways to kill their dork? And that way I can more consistently censor what they're doing on 2. Would Treasure Cruise be a good substitute for Dig? No, Dig's much better. It's not close. Especially in a deck with all these instant speed cards. I would just cut the Delve spell rather than playing the worst one if you're going to try and budget it. You could play like maybe some more Archangel Avacyn. I would play the fourth 3-mana Teferi and a second Archangel probably. If you told me I had to cut dig. Yeah, 4-mana Chandra is also probably okay. I think I like this. You could maybe make the argument that Veto is better than Censor just because it always counters Oko. People were calling it a good standard card, but larger arguing Click was better in eternal formats. I mean, I think there's a lot of decks that you want to play Click and Borrower in, to be fair. Like, I don't know that Click Borrower is like an either or discussion you have to have. I think it's a why not both for the most part. Magic players undervalued the power level of a card that was utilizing a new mechanic. News at 11. Well, yeah, because Borrower's not legendary, right? Like, playing more than 2 clicks always came at, like, kind of an awkward cost. You don't want to play more than 2 clicks. Whereas, like, Borrower, you can reasonably play, like, 3 and 4 and not feel bad about it. Man, our curve here is going to line up really well into theirs. Just like Wild Slash your thing, Censor your 3-drop. Yes, bounce spells typically are not good enough because they're card disadvantage, and Brazen Borrower is a bounce spell that always draws a 3-1. That's the way you have to think about the adventure cards. The adventure cards are the front half of the spell that always has a cantrip, that's a cantrip that always draws the same thing. And a lot of people didn't understand, like, I think a lot of people understood that stapling the text draw card onto something makes it very reasonable, but they didn't understand that the adventure cards were just that. The adventure cards were saying, this says draw a card. I think I just take Hallowed Fountain here, and I'm just like, guaranteed banger on 5. When we might not have a play next turn, but just like bangers on 5, 6, and 7 is great. Yeah, Lovestruck Beast is one that doesn't quite fit that mold just because its front half isn't really a constructed playable card. Would be the difference. Yeah, I agree, Winding Road. If you read my spoiler articles in contrast to a lot of other people that make Magic content, you will see that I am a lot more conservative with my evaluations of things. It's very easy to, like, throw out lots of, like, hot take sound bites and, like, so you can sound smart when you're right, but, like, you just strike out so much. Because, like, again, it constantly amazes me how many people have so much experience with Magic and then just, like, fail to understand that, like, there's no substitute for just having experience and, like, with new cards. You can't just look at these things and be like, I know. You get Aether Gusted here. If this banger gets to bang the Ooze here, this game should be over. Be very surprised if they recover from this. Well, listen, when a card's busted, it's busted. Calling Once Upon a Time. Calling Once Upon a Time as something that was too good is not impressive. It was easy. That card was really not okay. You know, I'm actually just gonna stomp and play the Bonecrusher Giant out here, I think. I believe my exact words for describing Bonecrusher, for describing Once Upon a Time, where I don't know what this card costs, what this card is pre-ordering for, but it's not enough, whatever it is. The current American news style is my utopia. Oh, it hurts. It hurts, chat. Why do you hurt me so much? Once Upon a Time might have well just had banned me as flavor text. Yeah, basically. I mean, to be fair, Phoenix Lands, you can go through Pro Tour, Mythic Championship list, whatever you want to call it, and go look at all these established good players who were not playing 4 copies of Once Upon a Time in their green decks. And it really showed me night and day who I should respect as players and who I should respect as deck builders. Because there were a lot of people that I thought were okay deck builders that Once Upon a Time just like showed me that like they really don't understand how to evaluate cards. They weren't playing the obviously busted card. It's a good snapshot of recent history to be able to look at and go, oh, they just don't get it. Spatial Contortion, sure. So, that was a 1-for-1 that still did 4 to them. Seems good for me. Yep. I think I'm probably just playing Bonecrusher here as a 4-3. We'll see what we draw up. Yep, 4-3 it is. Are you ready? Bonecrusher's ready. So they're at 16, so 2 hits from 2 4-power creatures, does it? That card's annoying. Oh, we're gonna get Ugin next turn, aren't we? They have 6, so they'll have 7 lands next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna exert the banger here to get my damage through, because there's a good chance we get Ugin next turn, because they have a land they make 8 mana. I think 3 mana flip Liliana could be good. Maybe, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember all the text on that card. Hey, Phantom Commander, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you're having an excellent day wherever you are. All right. Our fair deck might not be very good against Tron, chat. Pro tip when interacting with people in general, it's rarely a good idea to walk up to someone and be like, hey, do you feel like crap today because you sound like crap? That's generally speaking not a great way to approach interacting with people. Brazen Borrower is actually a great rip here because they sacked this. Also remove some loyalty from that, so that's nice. Maybe I'm supposed to Teferi Time Raveler pick up my banger here. Hey, Shame MTG. Thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I think Fridays is going to be spreadsheet day moving forward. I think I was pretty happy in general with my schedule this week. For those that weren't paying attention, I basically did... We did one moto deck to start. Oh, that's actually really good. Yeah, so let's go ahead and attack... Huh? What if I attack... Okay, so I'm gonna attack them for 3. And then I'm gonna Teferi, bounce my Brazen Borrower, so they can't kill it. And then I'll end step the Borrower, hit them for 3, shock them for lethal. So we have to dodge a second Shrine of the Forsaken God here. Hey, buen dia. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, sorry. So schedule, we're going to do one Pioneer deck to start Monday through Thursday with Historic and Standard alternating Monday through Thursday. And then Friday, we'll do all Pioneer, which is about 6 Standard decks per week, 6 Historic decks per week, and 6 to 8 Pioneer decks per week. It seems like a good balance or so. Yes, we played a red-green, Possibility Storm deck that had Banger plus Cure in it. Very reasonable. So the problem with second Shrine is they would Ulamog my untapped lands, forcing me to play the Borrower, and then they would Ugin the Borrower to kill it. So they don't have Spatial Contortion here. They should be dead. Tempo. This game was sweet as far as tempo was concerned. Feel like this really highlighted some of the strengths of what our deck is trying to accomplish. Disdainful Stroke sounds good. Veto sounds good. Spyglass is probably great, actually, right? Turning off Eugene sounds like something I'm into. Would I rather have Wild Slash or Time Raveler here? I feel like it's actually kind of close. Wild Slash is a little bit of reach. Maybe I want these Deccan Stones. It could be that I just want these Deccan Stones. Just do this. That was quite the brazen win. You could say you won on borrowed time. All right, Lord Aaron wins the dad jokes for the day. That I tiny clamp you. Thanks, Modian. That was quite good. You don't want Joe, nothing will fundamentally change Biden to win the primary? Good old status quo Joe? I would also prefer if status quo Joe did not win the primary. Register to vote, people. Register Democrat, vote for not Joe Biden, please. I'd also like to go on the record that I regret giving Pete Buttigieg money at some point in this campaign cycle. His pivots on a lot of issues have not been good. So I'd also prefer not him at this point. How dragons do. The red dragons deck is worth the replay. Watch, Beetle. It was sweet. If the dragons deck looks sweet to you, the replay is worth watching. I would be okay with Yang. Yang, Warren, and Sanders are all people I'd be content with. The new Biden ad was very well done. There's a good chance we just don't have a chance this game. They're just going to be too quick on the draw. When we're on the draw. Ramp on 1 and 2, like, they're going to have 5 lands in play while I have 2 lands in play. This doesn't feel very good. Perilous Vault. I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. Hey, well, I appreciate you dropping that Prime, Bonadia. That helps keep me around. To diet Biden. It's a good way to put it. Alright, I think I'm shocking in a land here and then planning to just, like, double Bonecrusher the Saboreal Grazer. Yeah, I agree. Pete definitely did not start out as Biden Light. I view Pete at this point as just being opportunistic. He adjusted his plan when he realized he couldn't. He adjusted what he was claiming to stand for when he realized he couldn't compete with Biden and Warren in the progressive lane. So rather than having values he actually believed in, he's pivoted his stances to try and appeal to different people. This Archivore Zaka might actually win them the game here. It's kind of scary. Yeah. See, a lot of people in the Trump cult don't realize that, like, a lot of us on this side of the fence can be objective. They just genuinely don't realize how bad Trump is. They're like, you just hate all Republicans and you don't criticize the Democrats ever. It's like, no, when people like Pete do what they do, we're gonna call them out on it. That's also not okay. It's just, Trump has just done so many things that are not okay. It's kind of unreal. Thanks for the tier 2, Sansaraf. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So now the question is, do I want to shock in this land to hold up Spell Queller? I don't think that I do. I think I'd probably rather hold up Stroke Veto this turn anyways. The other question is, do I even want to Bonecrusher because they have Perilous Vault? Maybe I don't. Yeah, I'm just going to keep my 1/4 power into play. Howdy, Moonlight. Good to have you here. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. The problem here is, I don't know this. Maybe I should have stroked the vault. Yeah, I don't know, like this Blast Zone and like this Perilous Vault. Feel like we're not going to be adequately able to like I've got this game feels like a phenomenal example of you can't just have disruption, you have to have pressure too. And, like, I'm just not able to put down enough pressure to, like, make meaningful inroads this game. Yeah, there's just so many good 3s, Phoenix Lance. On average, Brazen Borrower is a lot better than Stiflebird. Stiflebird would be excellent in a matchup like this, though, for sure. We are up a game as well, so, like, if we lose this game, it's, like, not that big of a deal. We get to try and take game 3 on the play. So Blast Zone's gonna tick up here. If they have Ulamog on curve, we're gonna die. Do you have turn 8 Ulamog? Might want Rabble in the sideboard. Yeah, I can see that, Brad. You see Bant Spy in the title. We do have 2 Bant decks coming up to wrap things up today. Yeah, City's Blessing is always based on having 10 or more permanents. Once you are blessed by the city, you cannot become unblessed. Thanks, Aerosin. I appreciate it. D-Tree, thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back. Yes, both players can have the blessing at the same time. If they both have cards that give it to them. Oblivion Sower. Vomit. Thanks for the sub, Gifty Phoenix Lands. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to game 3. Yeah, I'm just gonna run it back. Has anyone moved their card collection before? I'm using 5-lane cardboard boxes, but I don't have enough cards to fit them snug. What do I use to fill the dark void of my soul? Geist is not legal, Brad. That was in a Shroud block. Only it had a second land. This is where the magic happens. We play Magic the Gathering here 5 or 6 days a week. Okie doke. All right, no Grazer on 1. Brazen Borrower is a great draw. All right. Walking Ballista sounds like some fake news to me, chat. Let's censor that. Never forget, I am the only news source you can trust, chat. Everybody else needs to be censored. Don't give in to the fake news media and listen to their lies. The truth is out there, sheeple. Yes. He has spent a lot of time prepping his base. There's been a long amount of he is the only mouthpiece that speaks the truth. Woof. Okay, Walking Ballista it is. At least they can't get Field of the Dead anymore, I suppose. So I had to use my Prince Prime on you because you provide great content for someone trying to get better at Magic like me. Thanks, Kevin. It's good to have you here. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your weekend wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for the support. Yeah, if we get like, so like what are our best draws here? We need like untapped land and just like running dragons. Kind of surprised that they're doing this and not, I guess they get to make some zombies here. They don't have Field with them, they just get to like get a desert. Kind of losing the race now. They're just gonna like play a massive Walking Ballista here and kill us. Even without activating it, I just can't really keep up with it, right? Let's just play a 10-10 Walking Ballista. Or a 5-5 Walking Ballista. It's 5-5, right? So it's 10 mana total. Rock the Pirate. Thanks for the 17 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah. You're technically supposed to attack first. So their hand right now is Spatial Contortion, Blast Zone, Walking Ballista, and then one card I don't know. Oh gosh, they get to crack Sanctum of Ugin off of this. We get Ulamog next turn, right? Yeah, we're super dead. Thanks for the 2 months, Bruce. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We get Ulamog next turn and we're just dead. Yeah, I agree, Percy. Like, the opponent's archetype is similarly good against mid-range and control decks as like other Field of the Dead decks were. Honestly, a Boreal Grazer is probably the biggest offender, huh? That's secretly the card that, like, makes that archetype most resilient to things that would normally beat it up. Like, archetypes like what the opponent is playing would have a much lower win rate against aggressive decks. Not that our deck's aggressive, but like decks that are really low to the ground if they didn't have a way to accelerate on the first turn. Well, I appreciate you rotating them through this way this month, Bruce. How do you think the opponent's deck compares to Mono Green Devotion? I would assume that the previous opponent's deck is much better against control decks and decks with sweepers than Mono Green Devotion is. Would be my expectation from looking at the deck list, but again, that's just an estimate. I haven't played with I haven't played with either of those archetypes before. Green Devotion is in the queue, so we're gonna get to that at some point soon, but thanks for the 4 months, Eldathorian. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hardened blue-green scales. Really? Bet he theft that one. Have a 1/1. 1/1 with reach still blocks my Brazen Borrower, which feels a little bad. Bonecrusher is great. Blues for Oko. Yeah, that would make sense. Oko's real good. Ooh, could maybe be Climb? Yeah, I could see that. Oh, Brazen Borrower is real bad against that one. Looking forward to getting my deck and stones out of the sideboard. Stomp all over their reach creature for now. See if we can race them in the air here. Oh, are we dead? I feel pretty dead. Walking Ballista is very, very good. Yeah, and like, I have to take this off the table, but like, I lose my Bonecrusher Giant here, because they shoot me and then my spell loses its target, so it goes to the bin. And like, this is cranking up to a 4/4 here. Vomit. So, 3 mana Teferi and Brazen Borrower would both be good here. We're not just dead. I think we're definitely behind, but a good dig could pull us back into this. It speaks a lot to what green has been in Magic lately, that like they banned green cards in Standard and Pioneer, a bunch of them, and green's still just probably the best color in both these formats at the moment. Remember when I said we could have a good dig to be in this? I guess we get redraws here. I guess those are redraws. You did not miss Jeskai Feather. We will not be playing Jeskai Feather today. Some people cut some things above it in the queue. So, we'll still be in there, tomorrow. Well, you know, here there be dragons. Anybody else into seeing what? We saw 7 on the dig. We saw 7 cards on the dig. We saw a draw step, and then we saw 4 from ops. We looked at 11 cards there and just bricked and died. Feels bad, man. Borrower, Teferi. Borrower, Teferi. Alright, I mean, like... This could find Brazen Borrower land, right? Okay. Hey, Z Kaler, thank you for the 6 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. If we don't get Walking Ballista out of this game, we might have a real shot. Yep. Yep. The green ramp deck created zombies with the card, Hour of Promise. This is a Bonecrusher out matchup. It's definitely a Detention Sphere matchup. Extra Abrade sounds great here. Veto's probably not very good. Here for the Pauper. Should I tell him? I don't know if I have the heart to tell him. Alright, let's try this. Nissa, who is really busted. Yeah, Spyglass. They probably have enough things to Spyglass. That's a fair take. Our life total was 3. Our life total was 0 because we were being attacked by a 3/3. I've been away for a bit. Well, good to have you back. Not only do their threats tend to outsize Bonecrusher here, but Bonecrusher can't kill Walking Ballista and still live to do other stuff. Which I think makes it pretty mediocre. They have a Monsword Hickahuck. I'm gonna bottom that. I'm just like looking for a red source here. Lieutenant Cohen, thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. How has red removal felt with the abundance of X3s in this format? There's an abundance of X3s in this format. Citation needed. You're all alone today. You're never alone when you're with us. Looking for a red source. I'm going to opt now rather than opting at end of their turn because I could hit a Spirebluff Canal as a red source. Nothing but net, chat. Nothing but net. Hashtag skill game. Hashtag sometimes lucky. Never forget this Twitch stream was pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience. She bangs, just a little bit. She moves, do 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 do. Don't stroke or gust me, please. You deserve a burrito. Thanks for the pair of burritos, Watercat. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good one wherever you're at. Would like to exert myself all over your scavenging ooze. If that's true, where's the laugh track? Asking the real questions. Smart on the opponent's part, exiling a card from my graveyard. They saw dig through time last game. So trying to cripple some of my potential. You gonna shake my world, baby? Yeah, shake my world, Nissa. You know what I like. You know what I like. Rock out. Rock out. Do 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 do. I think Glorybringer is the better 5-drop, chat. In the heads up contest, Glorybringer is definitely better. Literally just have like alternating bangers. Bang that one. Bang your Nissa. Is this dragon good? Yes, no. It's okay. It's not bad. They do have a lot of mana this turn, to be fair. So, like, that's a Scales. And, like, they could play a... this could be a 3. They could make a 4/4 here. They could kill a dragon with a Walking Ballista, right? So I assume they're treating Ballista for dragon here. Who are the keepers of the song list? Marty manages the YouTube playlist with the songs. Okay. Okay. Oh, I should have done this at enter combat. We're gonna get stroked. Dispute. So if I would have done this at enter combat, they wouldn't have been able to attack with this. So I should have done that before they declared attackers. So let my opponent get in a significant amount of extra damage there that I did not need to let them get in. Thanks for the 3 months, Schwiggity. Borrower can't bounce the Forest. Borrower bounces non-land permanents, chat. I think it's Borrower, Magma Spray, this, Borrower bounce, this, bang the 3/3, kill the Nissa, hope to draw something useful next turn. So like 3 mana Teferi. Do I have 3 mana Teferi in my deck? I have 3 mana Teferis. 3 mana Teferi is like my best draw. Any blocker would be okay. It would let us tread water. And again, like, that mistake I made earlier this game, if you recall, I could have sequenced in a way... So if you recall, I could have sequenced... If I would have played the Avacyn pre-combat that they Mystical Disputed, they wouldn't have hit me for 6. So I'd have saved myself 6 points of life and I'd had another draw, which would have been a blank, so we would have died. So even with proper play, we would have lost that game. But it's good to know. I missed having an extra turn there because of my play. So far, I'm kind of feeling like this deck's just like been kind of worse than the blue-red Eldrazi deck. Like it's doing a lot of similar things with the Borrowers, the Bonecrushers, and the Glorybringers. Doesn't really feel like the white cards are really adding value here. Outside of just like making my mana worse. And meaning I can't play Mutavault. All right, chat. This is very important. Listen, this is very important. I need everybody's help. I need everybody to go respond to this tweet. I need everyone to go respond to this tweet tagging me. I need your help. Listen, okay? If you love me, you will let them know I need a Chipotle sponsorship. Please, and thank you. Alright, this hand's fine. This hand's fine. We need burritos. We have the burrito emote for a reason. We measure things based on how many Chipotle burritos they can buy. 26 burritos later. Yikes. Definitely don't want Censor in the face of a Voice of Resurgence. Chipotle, if you're out there. It's like they knew, chat. They were tingling and they knew. Yes, it's just easy. Teferi bounce rate. Spell Queller not looking particularly stellar here. Raise the alarm. That's a thing. Maybe I'm just supposed to kill a token here. Master Mind, thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. All right, see, Gengar, there's so many ways we can work it in. Thanks for the 3 months, Arison. I appreciate you keeping me around. I was born for this. Bearded Caveman TV, welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Hope you're having an excellent day wherever you're at. I use Twitter as an RSS feed and now send my first tweet to a burrito company. Look at you, God bless. So do I Bonecrusher Giant and just get my block on here? Maybe I should have done this last turn. Because I can Bonecrusher, eat the Voice of Resurgence, and then Teferi eat the token. Tristani. Gross. I think we're dead, huh, chat? I guess I can block here, take 5, go to 5, and then I'm not dead on board once I bang Tristani. So Port Town, show you this. I'm resetting my Twitter password for you. I appreciate you. So, technically not dead on board. Technically not dead yet. My favorite kind of not dead yet. I believe twatted is the proper vernacular. Can I dance and sing? I mean, we frequently do. Alright, so again, just like the more reactive counterspell angle of this deck, looking bad in the face of a Voice of Resurgence deck. Detention Sphere sounds good here. Deck and Stone does look good. Magma Spray sounds great. Abrade potentially okay. Disenchant sounds fine if they're on what's it called there? The Conclave Tribunals. I think this sounds good. Maybe I don't want these vetoes. Do that. You really just kind of wish. Yeah, I agree, Percy. I didn't build this deck expecting it to feel like the blue-red Eldrazi deck, the blue-red Phoenix deck, but after playing games with it, it's just doing a lot of similar things, and the things it's doing that are different from that deck don't feel good. Like, think about this matchup, right? Like my Kingdom for a K return. Coons, you should link to Chipotle's tweet instead of my tweet, so that way people respond to the right thing. Sometimes we say not dead yet, and then we end up winning the game. Not dead yet doesn't always mean we lose. Yeah, I also, and this is something I really like about Pioneer, adding the third color needs to come with a lot of upside because it's not free in the mana bases. Like, in Modern, splashing a third color tends to be very trivial. Yeah, whatever the thing is, Lantern Control, no, stop it. Ain't nobody got time for Lantern Control. Based on their follow-up reply to that tweet, I think Chipotle might be punking us, but that's okay. That's okay. They're gonna get hundreds of tweets, hopefully, telling them they should send me free Chipotle, which is basically all I need in live chat. Venerated Loxodon, sure. I think I'm just gonna cast this, and then probably Deck and Stone these tokens next turn. think I'm just going to Deck and Stone these. And then hit them for 3. And then Borrower plus Glorybringer might just race them here. Not looking at Chipotle's follow-up tweet, Coons, I think they were joking. But well, that would be a sad. I just saw someone tag me and I figured it doesn't hurt to ask people to send tweets because, you know. They have another Loxodon here. Jokes can turn into real relationships. Ain't that true? Here's fingers crossed. Yep, in for more Borrower. Yeah, we might just win this game by racing in the air, chat. Maybe instead of opting there... Yeah, I think I made a mistake. Instead of opting there, I should have Bonecrusher to 2-2. Definitely should have Bonecrusher to 2-2 instead of opting there. They were joking until 100 of tweets reply. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because I'd only be taking 7 this turn. They're gonna, like, play another Anthem. They have a Conclave Tribunal here. Deck and Stone, sure. Yeah, the fact that I took 2 extra here is a big deal. Yeah, it's actually a huge deal. If I was 2 health higher, I could Brazen Borrower one of these and then not die in combat and then play Brazen Borrower and kill them next turn. But now I have to play extra defensive. Yeah, I'm dead to a lot here. We're just dead to a removal spell here too. Looks like Conclave Tribunal. Yeah. Yeah, so if we're probably dead to this regardless, because they just be tribunaling the dragon here. Yeah, that's a little sad. Alright, let's play the last one, because like I like the cards in this deck, but I definitely think this was a bit of a miss for me overall. I feel like I ended up with something that was just like a worse version of the blue-red Eldrazi deck that we've been playing. We're actually going to play a Bant control deck later today, Mikey. The only splash is for Oko, but the Bant Thopter Spy Network is a Bant control deck. Hey, thanks for the 8-month shadows. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. It sounds like blue-red Eldrazi with extra steps. Yeah, okay, yeah, I could have bounced. I think with the Conclave Tribunal it didn't matter, but you're right. I should have bounced the thing in combat. Yeah, my play there was bad. I don't think it mattered. I don't really care about the result. I kind of have a conclusion on this deck already. I'm just like playing this last match to try and get $5. Because Magic Online is online gambling. I didn't bounce the Loxodon because I made the bad play. Because I was pretty mentally checked out of the game. Not quite burrito money. The 2-3 versus 3-2 is definitely burrito money. This is like $7. Merry Christmas, extras. And thank you for the wonderful content. Can't thank you enough. Can I cut the line for this Teamer Fires this morning? Is it a Pioneer deck? It definitely is. You certainly can. Thank you for the absurd biddies, extras. I appreciate you. The red-black Fires deck from the MC seemed really sweet. It is an absurd number of bits. Kicking it all the way up to that 50k badge. Oh, it's another ramp deck. Gotta work to golden whale status. Alright, I'm just gonna be done. Let's play some Deerfires. Is that a ton of bits? Yeah, this one, just to wrap concisely, this one was a miss for me. I feel like a lot of the good things that this deck was doing were the same good things that this deck is doing that we played yesterday and we played a number of times before. And the other things that the Jeskai deck's doing that this is not, did not feel worthwhile. Having more painful mana and mana that can't support this creature land definitely was not worthwhile. So we had an absurd cut the line from extras there. And extras, let me know. That's more than enough to cut the line. So if you want to kick anything else around in the queue later on, you can drop me a DM too. But let's give a try to... I'm going to grab some cards for the Teamer Fire decks. I'm going to hit a quick ad while I get set up for the next one. And I'll be back in a few minutes with some Teamer Fires and a lot more Pioneer Day. Thanks for hanging out. That was a $250 donation. Extras is absurd.